What's up, motherfuckers? Papa Stanimus here from Gamerable, and this is the feed. Pokimane is returning to Twitch after her long hiatus. Call of Duty Cold War has been announced, and the multiplayer details have been revealed and how they will tie to the previous iteration of Call of Duty Modern Warfare / Warzone. And Twitch is getting into the create a tournament business through their own platform. More on the tournament creation stuff later, but first we're going to talk about the pressing information that Pokimane is coming back to. It's really not the biggest deal in the world, but Pokimane is coming back, announced it on Twitter. She will be returning on Friday. What day is that exactly? Friday the 11th is when Pokimane comes back, which is this Friday. It's going to be the day after this video releases, and I think it's going to be something absolutely epic. Now, do I watch Pokimane streams? No. Do I understand that Pokimane is a massive creator on the platform of Twitch, and lots of people do watch Pokimane, and there's a lot of people talking about Pokimane, including myself? Yes. And I think that with the big break and all the drama that happened that may or may not have caused her to go on her break, aka the Leafy and It's a Gundam videos and all that stuff that happened, I think that it's going to be this massive thing. Now, speaking of Leafy and this hiatus, let's back up a little bit here. A creator on YouTube named Leafy, who is pretty infamous on the platform, made something like 13 videos about Pokimane having a boyfriend and all this drama. It started off with one video and it got a bunch of views, so he made another video that got a bunch of views, and he kept making videos and milked it as far as he could, even admitting it in his videos. And even in a lot of the videos about Pokimane, they weren't even about Pokimane. It was literally clickbait, title and thumbnail, and then he would just talk about something else, like bragging about some basic entry-level stock stuff, and really milked it for what it was. And must have got some money. I don't know. A bunch of stuff. Great things apparently happened to him because of it, and took it so far to where his YouTube account got banned while Pokimane was on her break, not saying a word to anybody about anything. And this guy essentially self-destructed on YouTube and got his YouTube account banned, which is a damn shame because he had millions of subscribers. And I think it's just, for someone who brags about being so intelligent with the investing space, I think that investing all that time into his YouTube only to get it taken away is poor investment. That's where I come from with that. But, to each their own. The guy is way more successful with content creation than me and so many people else that are trying to do this. So there is that. But at the end of the day, he lost his account and everything for nothing. But it's just kind of funny that happened while Pokimane was on her break and he was trying to milk the situation and all this stuff. And I don't know. It's just super interesting. Also kind of scary because we don't know exactly. Oh, I guess we do know. I don't know. I don't know the full details, but I don't think he did that much to get banned. But he is officially banned, and you know what? Crossed a lot of lines I would never cross, so I would never get banned for those reasons. Next in the news is Call of Duty Cold War is announced, and it looks super dope. The number one thing I'm really looking forward to is not the story, not your basic multiplayer, but something new that is happening in the world of Call of Duty games, something that has never happened before, and this is an absolute first and an absolute game changer when it comes to this series. I am now forever invested into this series because of this. I will be buying likely a new Call of Duty game every year with even more intention of playing the game than I ever have before because of this new thing, and that is progression of your battle pass stuff and all the things that you're buying in the store goes from one game to the next now. Instead of it being, okay, I did all this stuff, I bought all this stuff, and I played the game, and now the game is over because the new Call of Duty is out, and man, all that work I did, gone, starting over again. No longer are you starting over. You are carrying over progress from game to game to game. And I think that they're probably going to be improving it a lot over time, over the next several Call of Duty titles. We're in a whole new realm of Call of Duty. Just when I thought Call of Duty was getting old and stale and people were going to start losing interest, they started doing these really super cool things. I think it all started with Black Ops 4 when they released the Battle Royale, and they had all these new things you could do in Call of Duty that wasn't in a little closed box type of game map thing. And then Warzone came out, expanding the game in its own way with all its own modes and doing all these things and bringing all this nostalgia to the table. And then dropping Warzone. Did I say Warzone or Modern Warfare before? Modern Warfare came out, and then they released Warzone, the big battle royale, and it's a massive hit. Having a free version of Call of Duty to play and convince you to buy the full game so you can have the rest of the experience is absolutely genius. And even more genius is taking that whole system that they've developed so far and making it to where you can continue to keep everything that you've worked for into the new titles that release. This is the type of moves from Call of Duty that is going to make them last literally forever. You may love or hate Call of Duty, but they are not going anywhere anytime soon because of these crazy, awesome, super badass business moves. I love good business moves. When I see a good business move, I love it. I love or hate a company or whatever. When they're doing something badass like this, I'm rooting for them. And Call of Duty, I guess I'm going to keep buying your games. You keep making dope games, I'm going to keep buying them, especially with this new progression transfer from game to game. Absolutely genius. We should have had that so long ago. So Warzone will be unaffected, and everything's going to... the one thing a lot of people are saying is that it's a little bit lackluster with the information we got from the Warzone, or not Warzone, but Cold War multiplayer gameplay, because there was no Battle Royale showcase. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think that much like when Modern Warfare came out, it didn't have a Battle Royale out of the box. That was released later. I think that Cold War is going to release, and then once their Battle Royale version for the new game is done, and it looks like we're having a BR for every version of the game, at least for now, while BR is super popular, I think they're just waiting. They're releasing the single player and the multiplayer, and that's all dope stuff that we can have now. And then later on, once it's finished, they're going to release the new Cold War version of their Battle Royale, and it's going to have a bunch of new dope stuff, but also a lot of familiar things. So a lot of people that have been playing Battle Royale with Call of Duty for the last two titles, they're going to be able to take it to this third title and have a lot of experience to bring to the table, just like everyone expects when they're playing normal Call of Duty multiplayer. Just take the stuff you know from previous games and apply it to the new one, learn the new tweaks and whatever, and you're good to go. It's so cool. I am so excited for the future Call of Duty. I never thought I'd be this excited for Call of Duty, but here I am. And finally, the last thing I really want to talk about today is something that Twitch is doing that I also think is super cool. Another dope-ass business move. Twitch does a lot of things I don't agree with, but they do launch a lot of very successful products on their platform. They've proved it time and time again. When they released Twitch Prime, I thought that was the dumbest thing ever, but everyone loved it. When they released the affiliate program and everyone being able to have a sub button, I thought, I was like, I don't need one of those. Years later, here I am hustling subs on Twitch. They know how to release products, and their latest product is going to be absolutely amazing. And that is their Versus, Twitch Versus. What this is a way to create tournaments on Twitch yourself. This is really cool. Now, I'm someone with Game Rebel, and on my stream, I have done thousands of dollars of tournaments myself, between PUBG, Minecraft, Rocket League, and now Valorant. I've done so many tournaments online, and I've always used these third-party tournament creation sites, which are great. And there's a lot of traffic on those sites. So if you make a tournament on there, there's a lot of people on that site. For example, with Rocket League, I love using smash.gg. They have such a good Rocket League community there that is expecting Rocket League tournaments, that when you make one there, you get a lot of exposure and people joining your tournament because they're already on the site. The point I'm trying to make is that if Twitch can get a piece of that pie and have people create tournaments directly on the platform of Twitch without having to go to another site, that's just another realm of control Twitch has over all this content and esports and things like that, especially from the ground up. The access to people directly right on Twitch is going to make less clicks and signups and weird things that people have to do. It just streamlines the whole process so people can get in the tournament and play in the tournament. And it's interactive with your stream. It's all plugged in directly to the stream. I contacted some of the developers that are working on this, and I got some information that they will have an open API, and they're working with things like Discord and other websites and stuff like that too. So you will be able to tap in to the API of this tournament stuff that Twitch is releasing and build things that you need to make whatever it is that you're making as a tournament person happen. So as a normal player and as a spectator and stuff, what does this mean? This means more tournaments directly on Twitch, easier to be a part of. If you're a creator and you make tournaments and stuff like this, this is just an awesome opportunity for you to really just get more people intimately engaged in what you're doing, which is super valuable because that's how you build community and stuff like that. So this is just the ultimate tournament community news that I could have gotten. I hope that it's not a big flop and it ends up not sucking or whatever, but I hope that it's great. There's a possibility that no one's going to want it, and the tried and true using Smash and Battlefy and all these other sites that create tournaments for you are going to be the norm. But I really would like to see where this stuff is going to go on Twitch. I think this is a great move. Twitch is a company that has a lot of flaws, but they definitely understand the value of competition when it comes to games and what that translates to when it comes to visual content. They understand that more than anybody, and I think this is a great move for them to solidify themselves in the esports space even more than they already are. The reason why they dominate so much as a live streaming platform is their focus on esports. That's where most of their registrations have come from, especially from the very beginning as they were scaling the company. Companies like YouTube, they're starting to get into esports and sign, like Call of Duty League is all on YouTube. It's not on Twitch anymore. So that's a big attack to the jugular from YouTube on Twitch. But with Twitch focusing on these tools like creating tournaments built into the site, like YouTube has a lot of AI and stuff when it comes to ads and content delivery, but they don't have community-based tools. So there's one thing that Twitch is ahead of the game on, and that is the community-based tools and how they connect all their people together and keep them stuck together and not going elsewhere for their stuff. So this is super interesting, and I personally can't wait to try making some tournaments using these tools. It's going to be super awesome. Guys, that concludes today's episode of The Feed. We have a lot of interesting pieces to do. There's actually a lot of news that I want to talk about today, but I want to keep it to 3. And you can expect a lot of other interesting videos that I'm going to be putting together. I'm trying a bunch of different stuff other than just news and tutorials. So I'm excited to make this for you. If you guys like the video, like it, comment down below. The comments are the number one. Talk to me. I'll respond. All right. Respond to this video down below. I will talk to you. We're going to talk. It's going to be great. Join my Discord. Blah, 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 blah. Guys, see you in the next goddamn video.